Hey, you listen to FreeFM Wrestling Roundup. We're going to start off today. We've got a busy and packed show. Live on Skype, we got Josh.
Yo!
So we're going to start off, we're going to talk about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn before we get to SummerSlam. So we'll just quickly run down that card. So Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe.
Yeah. I guess this is interesting. Will Corbin be able to squash the Samoan submission artist?
Yeah.
Or will Samoa Joe bring down the reign of Corbin?
I think I was talking about it with you guys in the chat, but Corbin has had a lot handed to him in terms of going over in feuds, and is this maybe the climax? It seems like if he loses now to Samoa Joe and that feud all blows down, then everything before this was for nothing.
Yeah, so I really don't know what they're planning. But they've been building Corbin on that unstoppable streak type thing that they tend to do with people. So, who knows?
But if you had to pick, who's your pick?
I guess I'd pick Corbin to win the match. And maybe they would injure, quote unquote, Samoa Joe to explain why he would then show up on Raw and no longer be on the NXT.
I'll pick Joe, just to be different. The NXT Women's Championship, Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
Bayley's gonna hug you.
And hug that championship.
Bayley will become the new champion.
I don't think anybody's doubting that, right? But now that everybody's expecting Bayley to win, what if they stick with Sasha?
Well, they have heard rumors that they may have taped something that had Sasha coming out with the NXT Championship for taping that would follow the event. So, who knows?
It seems weird. There's definitely... I've seen more than one rumor come out of that taping that supposedly post-dates the special. They're pretty smart. So I don't know if they do that. It seems like a silly mistake to make.
Who knows? But I really hope Bayley wins the championship. It's well overdue.
Yep. And she's pretty much the only diva still exclusively on NXT that deserves it. And probably deserved to get called up when the others did, but injuries. NXT Tag Team Championship match, Blake and Murphy versus the Vaudevillains.
I got no opinion, really. This match doesn't interest me.
Does it interest you if they tie up Alexa Bliss in front of a train track?
It might get me a laugh out of me, I don't know. But honestly, there's not much to this. I'll just go with Blake and Murphy to retain.
Yeah. I think that's the safe bet right now. They seem to be doing well as the champions. It would seem weird to put the titles on the Vaudevillains. But if Enzo and Cass are going up soon, then you do have a low number of tag teams. I guess you still have Gable and Jordan. And a couple other.
And as much as I hate to say it, the Hype Brothers.
I think in terms of title shots, Gable and Jordan might be next.
Yeah.
Then we got our exhibition match, Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Not sure on pronunciation.
Thunder Liger.
There we go.
I figure they'll put Juice and Thunder Liger over.
I would imagine Liger goes over.
Yeah. But I think this is also a sign of how much they trust Tyler Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
To put him up with somebody like that. Not... Because Liger is 56, I think he is.
Yeah.
he can still go in the ring, not as well as he was when he was younger, but Tyler Breeze is one of the best wrestlers in NXT.
Yeah.
So this should be a good match.
Yeah. It seems like it would be. I'm just quickly skimming the rest of the card. The most wrestling, the most technical match on the card, because I'm going to presume the NXT Championship match is just going to be an all-out brawl.
It's, especially when it's considered that they're going to be using ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the tag team title match. The women's title match, maybe. Sorry, I'll take it back. I'll go with the most technical male match, because those women are putting on amazing spectaculars. So, I'm not going to put it past them for put on match of the night either. But we'll move on to the NXT Championship. Kevin Owens.
What about Apollo Creed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not on my list because he didn't have a match. I blame Wikipedia.
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to debut. I don't know if that just means he's going to come out and talk, like Hideo Itami did on the first one, or if that will mean that he'll have a match. It's just not announced.
I don't know. I don't know much about him before he signed to NXT, and I don't know much about his character going forward now. So I don't know.
I don't know either. So it's interesting to see what they'll do with him. I just do think that they picked a very unfortunate name for him, especially if he ends up feuding with a Rusev.
You got to bring up the Rocky connection, don't you?
Hey, it's an obvious leap. Apollo Creed.
Yeah, and the Terry
Bulgarian
Crews connection as well.
Russian.
So much connections everywhere. But yeah, I imagine if he debuts in a match, he will win that match. Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, NXT title, ladder match.
I believe Finn Balor should retain his title here. But one of the things that was involved in those tapings, quotation marks in case they weren't actual tapings, was that Kevin Owens came out to the ring with the NXT Championship.
I just refuse to believe that. In my head, I can't make the dots connect.
So either he wins the championship, or he steals the championship.
That is the only way my brain can make sense of that. I don't know why they'd take the title off Owens, put it on Balor the way they did with the massive spectacular, move Owens to the main roster, he's got a match on SummerSlam the next night, and then put the NXT title back on Owens. I just can't picture that. For some reason, it just seems so off.
Unless they're actually going to defend the NXT Championship on Night of Champions.
Now that makes sense. All of the dots
and have
just simultaneously
Kevin Owens
connected.
versus Cesaro for the NXT Championship.
Every single dot in my head just connected. We're going to have to play a song so I can get through this. It's our classic entrance theme. It's Mr. Perfect's Perfection. And you're back with the Wrestling Roundup. FreeFM 89.0, Grady and Josh. So my mind has sufficiently recovered from that bomb. Who do you think is going to win the NXT Championship match at TakeOver Brooklyn?
I'm going to say Finn Balor retains. But man, Kevin Owens could end up winning it.
Yep. I want Finn. I'm putting everything behind Finn. But damn it, Owens makes sense now. And I don't like it. We'll move on to the SummerSlam card. The biggest event of the summer. We've got Dolph Ziggler with Lana versus Rusev with Summer Rae. It was... Well, were we not expecting like a mixed tag or some other match between the women, not with Lana and Rusev? Sorry, Dolph Ziggler and Rusev?
That's what I expected, but this has been a boring feud.
The Rusev-Lana part is the only bit that's keeping me entertained. You don't need the other two in it.
We'll give Dolph the win here.
Leading on to the woman fighting? Or just gives Dolph the win so we can move on?
Yeah, let's give Dolph the win. We move on. And they can bury Rusev later on. Doesn't matter at this point.
Okay. Kevin Owens versus Cesaro.
I'll go with Cesaro winning this match. But Kevin Owens pop-up powerbombing Cesaro on the ring apron. Just to continue the feud.
It seems like a reoccurring theme. It's like, does Kevin need to lose? Yeah, he does. Why doesn't he just pop-up powerbomb them onto the apron after he does? That makes sense. Let's do it.
He'll keep his heat that way.
Yeah. Has Kevin ever, like a big match, either not won, and then, if he'd lost, not pop-up powerbomb the dude onto the apron?
Second loss to Cena.
Damn it. That must be his, like,
He
one
tapped
match. Yeah, I think Cesaro. The crowd is really behind Cesaro as of late, and it seems like this match could be good. Will it be given the time, or will it be an undercard match, since there's a lot of matches on the card? That's a different question.
Well, there is 4 hours to fill.
With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
and
7,
there's 10 matches.
10. What did we decide WrestleMania had? 9?
9, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe one of them will be on the Sports Center coverage. Team Bella versus Team Bad versus PCB.
I'm gonna go with Team Bella winning this match.
You're gonna go with the one team nobody wants to win to win.
Exactly. I think it's because nobody expects it. They don't have any momentum. Heck, Nikki just tapped out to Sasha on Raw. And nobody expects it, is predicting it. So I'm going with Team Bella wins the match. And then Nikki will lose the title to somebody at Night of Champions.
I will go.
She breaks AJ's record.
I want to throw like a dart. Okay, it's landed. I'm gonna go with Team Bad. That's my guess. I'm gonna go with, presuming Sasha drops the title to Bayley, then Team Bad picks up the win here. That's my guess. And then Nikki dropping the title. Please. Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust and King Barrett.
I do like the little tag team name Stardust and King Barrett came up with. The Cosmic Kings.
It's pretty good.
But they're going to lose to Amell and Neville.
Definitely. 100%.
Don't bring in an actor to be part of an angle and have him lose the match.
The one thing I'm waiting to find out about this match is, will it be a good match? And all signs point to yes.
Well, for the most part, it'll be Neville in the ring for most of the action.
Yeah.
So, and Neville can go. And for the most part, Cody can go. Barrett, not so much, but he's not bad.
Bad news?
Yeah, I got some bad news for Bad News Barrett. You're not good in the ring. You're not bad, but you're not good. And Armel's interaction in the ring will probably be very limited.
He's been going to the top rope in practice.
So,
you know he's going to shoot. He's going to like hit some move off the top rope, and that's going to be the end. It'll be something simple.
Yeah, the red arrow will finish off whoever is in the ring. Probably Stardust.
Yeah.
And then he'll tag in Armel. Armel will hit something, pin Stardust.
Pretty sure that's how the match will end. We've got time to talk about one more match. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna go with the brothers winning this match, and then it happens.
First question, which two are brothers? Second question, what's it?
When I say brothers, I'm not talking about family.
Okay. That was very confusing to me just then. So you're going to go with Ambrose and Reigns winning and then Ambrose turning on Reigns.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go Wyatt and Harper winning with Ambrose turning on Reigns. Very similar outcomes here. I think we're both predicting Ambrose turning on Reigns. This is just
It would be interesting if they tried to swerve everybody and had Reigns turn on Ambrose.
Didn't they do that last time when everyone thought who was going to break up the Shield, and they're like, Seth can do it.
Yep. But honestly, I don't think that'll work. I don't think Roman at this point is a heel type of personality.
Yeah. The only
Might
thing
get there, but
I worry
I think they'd be cutting their nose off to spite their face.
with an Ambrose Reigns match or feud is that Ambrose is going to be, even though he turned heel on Reigns, is still going to be more over than Reigns. And
Probably. Reigns got a loud Roman Reigns cheer during his match with Luke Harper on Raw last night.
yeah, that's him going up against Harper. Everybody hates Harper, but when you put him up against Ambrose,
But it was the fact that it's something that was just you don't hear.
yeah.
You don't hear people cheering for Reigns like that. But last night, he was getting a legit overreaction.
Okay, well, we'll move on into our current entrance theme. It is Cesaro's Swiss Made. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, Grady and Josh. So we're on the fast lane. Get it? That's a pay-per-view name. Tag Team Championship match. Primetime Players versus the New Day versus the Lucha Dragons versus the Los Matadors.
What I want to happen, the Lucha Dragons win the championship. What I expect to happen, the Primetime Players retain.
Hold on, we got to slow down now. Put on the brakes. The Lucha Dragons?
Yeah, I'd love to see the Lucha Dragons win the championship.
It's an interesting thing.
But there's no way in heck they're going to actually do it.
Yeah. I'm moving ahead on the assumption that the rumored Enzo and Cass call-up's happening soon. And I'm going to presume that they're going to feud with the New Day. It seems like a logical team to come up with, or start up with. So probably the Primetime Players retaining. And probably maybe a couple of matches with the Ascension, just to tide over. What do we got? Intercontinental Championship match. Ryback versus Big Show versus The Miz.
Please let Ryback retain.
Don't know.
We don't need Miz as the Intercontinental Champion again. We don't need Big Show as the Intercontinental Champion again. And we don't need this feud to continue.
But Big Show's looking mighty strong. He's got some momentum.
He walked away from Ryback, who wanted to fight him.
It's because he's a heel. Didn't want to give the fans what they wanted or didn't want. But yeah, I also go Ryback winning. Hopefully, moving on to greener pastures. Then we have Randy Orton versus Sheamus. With, as far as I know, absolutely zero stipulation.
Let's see here. I'll go with Sheamus winning because Randy won the first one.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, I don't care.
I'll go with Orton winning so you don't suspect the Sheamus cash-in. That's my call. But I've been calling that for a while now. What do we got? Winner takes all. Seth Rollins, WWE Champ versus John Cena, the US Champ.
I'll go with the double disqualification.
Double DQ. Leading to...
That way neither title changes hands.
That is cheating.
And then Triple H comes out, and pedigree Seth Rollins, and Sheamus becomes the new WWE champion.
What? Very similar on my part, except I'm having Rollins win. So the US title is on Rollins. Then Sheamus cashes in. After the match, Sheamus takes the WWE title, goes aligns himself with the Authority or whatever's happening with him, and then Seth Rollins continues on with the US Championship, possibly in a rematch at Night of Champions, depending which way he's going to rematch. That's my suggestion. It's not going to happen, but we get to suggest whatever we want on this show. And then, will it be the main event? I think this one will be the main event. It's on the poster. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. The biggest
I'm going
match.
with Brock Lesnar to win this match.
What? You're a crazy person.
I don't know why, but I think he will.
You think Brock Lesnar will go 2-0 against...
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Undertaker's never beaten Brock Lesnar.
True.
It's just... I don't know why. But... I just think maybe The Undertaker has too much momentum, if that's such a thing.
Can we just agree before we head into this that The Undertaker's entering this as a heel, right?
No.
Damn it! It's like my hated discussion. He's kicking people in the nuts. He's getting boos.
He's just the dark persona. With this feud, there is no face, there is no heel. They're just two badasses that want to kick each other's butts.
So who do I cheer for?
You cheer for the one you want to cheer for in this feud.
What? You're telling me I'm not being told who to cheer for?
Exactly.
What? No way. This can't be happening. I get to choose. Sorry. I want The Undertaker to win.
I've broken our host several times to this today.
You've just blown my mind like 3 times already. I want The Undertaker to win. I want him to level it out. But I can also see Lesnar winning. So, I guess it's going to depend on whether The Undertaker is going to stick around. In terms of, is he going to do a run from SummerSlam through WrestleMania and then finish at WrestleMania 32?
Maybe at the towards the end of the match, the lights will go out and we'll hear a crow noise.
God damn, you and Sting. You keep trying to debut him.
Return him.
Or return him. He's like, he'll be on this, he'll be with this, he'll be with this.
Maybe Undertaker wins the match, and then the end of the SummerSlam is Sting coming out and standing in front of
The Undertaker.
Taker to set up a potential match at WrestleMania.
And then we have 6 months of hype. What are we, John Cena and The Rock? Yeah. I don't know what they're going to be doing with The Undertaker in terms of the next 6 months. It might be slightly more than that, maybe 7. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to continue to take a normal wrestler route or if he's going to take like an Undertaker route. Either way, we're out of time. Somehow we did make it through all of those 2 shows, and all I'm thinking about is how next week's show is going to be even more hectic with the results from both of those. So it's been great talking to you.
Peace out.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling Radio. I'll see you next week.